The Weeknd gets sued very often, it seems like.
All the time.
In one of his cases, he's finally settled. Let me tell you what happened. And again, for producers, artists making music, listen up. This is definitely impacts you. So the Weeknd reached a settlement, and the songwriters, hopefully I say their names right, Sunil Fox and Henry Strange. These are two musicians who sued the Weeknd, Canadian pop star, and this was in 2021. They're claiming that his hit song Call Out My Name, which I think is one of his biggest songs all time,
Yeah.
had copied one of their songs. Now, where
Live
we
King.
where we care about, part of this is, well, did they have access, right? We always look at, with copyright infringement claims, did the defendant have access to even hear the song? And in this case, the plaintiffs are alleging yes. And in fact, they're saying, well, we sent it to one of your team
Right.
members.
Right.
Okay. And what happened from there?
So Fox and Strange, they performed together as a group called Epicer. They're saying that their guitar and their vocal hooks were used. They were saying that it was the minor key, that they're 6/8 in tempo, and just all the influences and stuff like that. But so that you could look at that and go, like, you're just kind of giving a generic kind of description of something like that. But what happened was they sent it to Eric White, which is one of the Weeknd's collaborators, and White said that he replied to them and said that that the Weeknd thought the song was fire, and then White later told him that the Weeknd listened to it, liked it, but hadn't done anything with the track, and then he emailed them again and saying that he was going to tell the Weeknd that his team had written the song rather than Fox and Strange, and they just don't want to say, hey, these guys wrote this, because the Weeknd doesn't know you. And so if you want to get this pitch to him, right, like, it's better if we say that we did it. And so, they were never credited. The Epicer was never credited for it, or asked for permission to use portions of the songs. And the Weeknd has denied that it has infringed on anything, but nobody from the team is going, well, they got you on email.
But they are settling. So on Friday, they
Right.
filed notice with the court saying, hey, court, we need 30 days. We're in settlement discussions. We need to
Right.
memorialize the terms. And, at the end of the day, that always makes the person who got sued look guilty, right?
Yeah.
Why would you settle? Which usually includes a payout, if there wasn't some truth to what they're saying. Now, when it comes to being the actual producer, right, I have producers who are really concerned about sending unreleased music around for pitching purposes, because they're like, someone might steal it. And that's the case. They do get their stuff stolen. So you can have the recipient sign an NDA, right? But always just document and be like, hey, John just released a song using this, guitar riff. That was my guitar riff.
Right.
So make sure to document as you go, and that's a really good way to protect yourself, but you can heighten it by actually having people sign NDAs. Now, it helps when it's the Weeknd. So I go back to, when we decide whether we want to sue someone and go through the headache, go through the legal expenses, which can be hundreds of thousands of dollars, can the person pay if we win? And so in this case, it sounds like they had a favorable outcome with informal resolution efforts, and they've decided to settle.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I think there was definitely some truth to the story. Now I'm just speculating. We don't know, obviously, but I wonder what that looked like. It was just I wonder what it looked like for them like financially. If it was like, yo, I'll give you 50G, but to let this go away, or you could try to get 200 G's, but we're going to fight this out for 5 years and you're going to incur lawyers fees and all kinds of stuff, and then you still might not win. So just take the 50 G's and let's I don't know.
No, and I think that's wildly underestimating. So if they did inspire, let's say, some portion of this hit song that's had hundreds of millions of streams and has made a lot of money, then no, I mean, the settlement could be in the millions of dollars. Now, it probably isn't, but as far as how we think about this, something to keep in mind. So, word of the day: if you are a music producer, make sure you document who are you sending things to. Make sure everything is really clearly documented, at least in your email, so that if someone does steal your song, your ideas, you can pursue a copyright infringement claim.